What's going on there, Twitterverse? Nick from Scoreboard Addicts. Normally we don't do this, but there's so much news going on today. Lamar Jackson announces that he requested a trade as of the 2nd of March, so it sounds like the relationship with the Ravens has soured, and I guess he's open for business. He's on the market. How does that affect the Jets? Well, Joe Douglas was asked today if there was any interest in Lamar Jackson, and honestly, quote, first of all, Lamar Jackson is a fantastic player, but where we stand is, it would be disingenuous and in operating, negotiating in bad faith if we went down that path. So right now we have our plan, we have our process, and we're sticking with that. I believe that in bad faith comment was a dig at the Packers. I think that the Jets and the Packers did have a negotiation, understood, and they were set to do what they wanted to do until Rodgers made his announcement, and then all of a sudden the Packers wanted more. So I believe him saying negotiating in bad faith, specifically that term, was actually a dig at it was shade getting thrown at the Packers and their GM. The truth of the matter is, even in football, in any type of professional environment, there is a form of professionalism that is expected when you do things like trades or conduct some sort of business operation. And when you don't do things in good faith, when you don't show respect to the process, when you don't honor things like handshakes, it does affect your relationship throughout the league. I think that it also affects your relationship with players. So what's happening right now with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, I think that affects the Packers' relationship with other players, because as we've seen with the Jets, players will side with one another before they ever side with the organization. As we've seen with Elijah Moore, where we see a lot of Jets players come to his defense and say, hey, you guys don't know what was going on behind the scenes. He has a leg to stand on. We as fans don't like to hear that, but players aren't from your town. Very seldomly do you have an NFL player that's from a major city. So to sit there and think like, oh yeah, this guy's going to love our franchise, like he has no loyalty to your franchise, especially in the NFL where teams change players like I change my underwear, every 3 or 4 weeks. So it's not a thing to do where you burn bridges and then you become untrustworthy. I believe that's what the Packers are doing right now. And if you don't think that Joe Douglas is a very respected executive throughout the league, just wait and see what happens with Packers moving forward and the types of trades that they get stuck with, types of deals that get done moving forward. I don't think this is a good look for them. A lot of Dolphins fans in the tweets about the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. The only thing I could say is they're afraid. They're absolutely terrified. They don't want to see Aaron Rodgers go to the Jets, and if they do, they want to see the Jets give up everything in the hopes that Rodgers doesn't play well, and now they have nothing on top of a bad quarterback. So the Dolphins fans are terrified. Dolphins fans, you should be terrified because he's coming, and you got to face him twice a year. So just be prepared to lose a lot. And lastly, I'll bring up that Packers don't really know how to negotiate a trade. A lot of these Packers fans have crazy ideas about how this trade is going to go down. I got news for you, Packers fans, and it's going to hurt your feelings, and you're going to sit there and ask me how I'm right. You don't really have a good track record for trades, and I'll give an example. You guys traded away Davante Adams, a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, for a first and a second rounder. A first and a second rounder. The Jets traded away Jamal Adams, who's a safety that can't cover a bed with a sheet. He's an undersized linebacker that can only blitz. He won't win a one-on-one. He can only blitz. That's it. And he can't cover. And we got 2 1s and a 3rd and Bradley McDougald for Jamal Adams and a 4th. If you think that your GM is going to somehow beat up Joe Douglas in this negotiation, go back and rewatch the tape of your team trading a top 5 wide receiver for a first and second rounder. And I know what you're going to say. He wasn't under contract. He was franchise tagged. What was he going to do? Sit out? He's not going to play football? Because we've seen this happen with Le'Veon Bell, who was at the top of his game with the Steelers. All right? And he sat out for a year, and he came back, and he was a shell of his former self. Do you think that Davante Adams would have sat out for a year and gotten a better contract than he did? No, not at all. Not at all. You guys got hosed by the Raiders of all organizations. The team that hired freaking Josh McDaniel. Like, get the hell out of here. You guys are going to win this trade. You know how you're going to win it? You won't have to pay his contract as much as you think you would have had. That's it. Rodgers could just come back and play just to spite you. And it seems like it's going to go down that path. Like, you guys might have to cut him on September 1st. The Jets will sign him for the league minimum. That's the absolute worst case scenario for you guys. Actually, no, I take it back. The worst case scenario is he comes back and plays and you don't cut him. And now Jordan freaking Love is sitting there starting with a better quarterback on the bench, a better, more highly paid quarterback on the bench. And we'll see how your fans react to that. We'll see how they react. And the worst thing that could possibly happen is if Rodgers just decides not to retire. He's there till next year. And Love is mediocre to slightly above average. And you have to exercise his option just to keep him. And we're talking about, what, $80-something million to 2 players, one of whom doesn't play? Got to get rid of him. Absolutely have to get rid of him for the development and growth of Jordan Love. You got to get rid of him. It would behoove you to get rid of him before the draft, simply so that you can get some assets to surround Love. Because you guys think that Love's going to be the next Rodgers. That's yet to be seen. We still don't know what you're going to get from Love. We still don't know. And you don't know either. You think, you hope. A lot of guys have looked good over small sample sizes. We'll see where we are. That's all I have this time. We'll catch you on Thursday. Take it easy, guys.